When you master being alone, you're never truly lonely again. There's a big difference between being alone and being lonely. Loneliness feels empty, but being alone, when you've mastered it, feels powerful. It's freedom, it's peace, it's strength. When you reach the point where your own company feels enough, you stop chasing people just to fill the silence. You stop fearing quiet rooms. You stop feeling less because you're not surrounded by others. Instead, you start to enjoy it. You find joy in your own thoughts, your own growth, your own presence. Think about someone who learns to play an instrument. At first, practicing alone feels boring. They wish for a crowd, but over time they fall in love with the process, the music, the rhythm, the progress. They don't need an audience anymore because they've found meaning in the practice itself. That's what mastering solitude does for your life. It teaches you to enjoy your own journey, even without applause. Once you've mastered being alone, you carry a strength that never leaves. You can walk into silence without fear. You can lose people without losing yourself. You can face the world without needing it to constantly validate you. So don't run from being alone. Embrace it, learn from it, master it, because once you do, you'll never truly feel lonely again. You'll feel whole, unstoppable, and complete within yourself. Walking alone teaches you to rely on yourself. There comes a time in life when you look around and no one is there to cheer for you. No one is clapping. No one is guiding your steps. And in that silence, something powerful happens. You realize it's just you and your own strength. Walking alone feels heavy at first. You question yourself. You wonder if you're strong enough to carry the weight. But that's the beauty of it. When there's no one else to depend on, you start discovering what you're really made of. Think about a child learning to ride a bike. At first, they wobble with someone holding the seat. But the real magic happens when the hands let go. The child may fall, but with each try they get steadier, stronger, more confident. That's exactly what walking alone does for you. It forces you to balance on your own. And here's the truth. People may walk in and out of your life. Support may fade. But the strength you build when you rely on yourself never leaves. It becomes your foundation, your backbone, your power. So if you find yourself walking alone today, don't see it as loneliness. See it as training. Every step is shaping you into someone unshakable, someone unstoppable. Trust yourself. Keep moving. Because the road you walk alone today is building the strength you'll use to conquer tomorrow. Solitude builds inner strength that crowds can't give you. Have you ever noticed how loud the world is? Everyone has an opinion, everyone wants to be heard, and it feels like you're drowning in voices. But when you step away, when you sit in silence, something amazing happens. You finally hear yourself. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's where real strength begins. In the crowd, it's easy to blend in, to follow, to copy what everyone else is doing. But when you're alone, you can't hide behind the noise. You face your thoughts, your fears, your dreams. And that's where growth lives. Think about it. Diamonds are formed under pressure, deep underground, away from light and noise. Trees grow strongest in silence, pushing their roots deeper where no one sees. You're no different. The moments you spend in solitude are the moments that shape your backbone. Yes, being alone can feel uncomfortable. You might feel restless or even a little afraid. But stay there. Sit with it. Because that's the space where you discover your strength. The kind of strength no crowd, no applause, no validation can ever give you. Walking your own path separates you from the ordinary. Most people choose the safe road, the road everyone else is walking. It feels comfortable, it feels familiar, and it feels less risky. But here's the truth. If you always follow the crowd, you'll always end up where the crowd goes. And that's rarely extraordinary. Walking your own path means daring to be different. It means saying, I don't need to fit in, I need to stand out. Think about every great inventor, artist, or leader in history. They weren't following trends. They were creating them. They weren't blending into the ordinary. They were carving out their own extraordinary. Of course, it's not easy. When you take a path no one else is walking, people might doubt you. They may laugh, they may call you crazy. But the truth is, their doubts only prove you're doing something different, something that matters. Imagine a road through the forest. Thousands walk the same worn-out trail, but only the brave cut through the untouched trees to create a new way. That's the Pathfinder's road, the one that changes everything. So don't be afraid if your path doesn't look like everyone else's. That's the point. The more it separates you from the ordinary, the closer it takes you to greatness. Keep walking your road, even if it's lonely now, because one day the world will see it was the road worth taking. So don't run from solitude. Embrace it. Use it. Let it sharpen you, ground you, and make you unshakable. Remember this, crowds can cheer for you, but solitude is what builds you. Loneliness often hides your greatest growth. Loneliness feels heavy, doesn't it? The silence, the emptiness, the feeling that no one really sees you. But here is the secret most people don't realize. Some of your biggest growth happens in those exact moments of loneliness. When you're surrounded by people, it's easy to lose yourself in the noise. Their opinions, their energy, their expectations, they all shape you, sometimes without you even noticing. But when you're alone, you're forced to face yourself, your doubts, your fears, your hidden strength. And that's where the transformation begins. Think about a seed buried in the dark soil. It's completely alone, hidden, unseen. But that darkness is where its roots grow strong. That hidden stage is where it prepares to break through the ground and rise toward the light. Your loneliness works the same way. It's the soil where your true strength is planted. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels unfair. But don't mistake loneliness for weakness. It's not a punishment. It's preparation. It's shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, more resilient. So the next time you feel alone, don't let it break you. Let it build you. Use that quiet season to discover yourself, to sharpen your mind, and to grow roots so deep that nothing can shake you later. Remember, loneliness is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your strength. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. The hardest part about chasing a dream is realizing not everyone will see what you see. Some people won't get it. Some will laugh. Some will even try to convince you to stop. And that's okay, because your vision was given to you, not to them. Think about it. When an architect looks at an empty plot of land, others might only see dirt and grass, but the architect sees a skyscraper in his mind. People may shake their heads and say, "That's impossible." But once the building stands tall, the same people will say, "I knew it could happen." That's how vision works. It's invisible until you bring it to life. So don't get discouraged when others can't understand your path. They weren't meant to. It's not their dream to carry. It's yours. If you wait for everyone's approval, you'll wait forever. The truth is, most people only believe in results, not the process. But visionaries believe first, and that's what separates them from the crowd. So hold on to your vision, even if you're the only one who sees it right now. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Remember, every dream that ever changed the world started in the mind of someone who refused to let doubt win. Your vision is valid, even if no one else sees it yet. Keep walking. One day they'll understand. 1. Silence clears your mind and sharpens your focus. The world is loud, notifications buzzing, people talking, opinions everywhere. It never stops. And in all that noise, it's easy to forget what you really think, what you really want. That's why silence is so powerful. Silence is where clarity lives. When you step away from the noise, even for a little while, your mind begins to settle. It's like muddy water. Shake it up and you can't see through it. But let it sit still and everything clears. Silence works the same way. It helps you see what really matters. Think about when you're driving with loud music blasting. You might miss the turn, right? But the moment you turn the volume down, you notice the signs, the road, the way forward. That is what silence does. It turns down the volume of the world so you can hear your own direction. Some of your best ideas, your best solutions, and your deepest strength will come to you in silence, not in the crowd, not in the noise, but in those quiet moments where it's just you and your thoughts. So don't fear silence. Use it. Let it recharge you, sharpen your focus, and remind you of your path. Because in the stillness, you'll find the answers you've been running around trying to hear. Silence isn't empty. It's full of wisdom. Walking alone, test your courage when no one is watching. Real courage isn't shown when the crowd is clapping. Real courage is tested when no one is there to see you, to cheer you, or to tell you, well done. It's in those quiet, unseen moments that your true strength is revealed. When you walk alone, the spotlight is gone. There's no one to impress, no audience to push you forward. It's just you, your fears, and your determination. And that's where courage is born, when you keep moving even though no one is watching. Think about training for a marathon. The big race day gets the cheers, the cameras, the applause. But the real test happens months earlier, when the runner wakes up at 5 a.m., ties their shoes, and runs down an empty street with no one clapping. That's courage. That's discipline. That's what builds champions. Walking alone strips away the noise and shows you who you really are. Do you keep going when no one notices? Do you fight for your dream even when nobody believes in it? That's the measure of true strength. So if you feel unseen right now, don't lose heart. This is your test. Every step you take in silence is shaping you into someone unstoppable. Remember, courage isn't about being brave in front of others. It's about staying brave when you're the only one left on the path. Keep walking. Your courage is stronger than you think. Strength is built when you push through without applause. Not every victory comes with cheering. Not every effort gets noticed. And honestly, that is where real strength is built, when you keep going even though no one is clapping for you. It's easy to give your best when people are watching. It feels good when someone says, "Wow, you're amazing." But the true test comes when there's silence, no praise, no recognition, just you, your work, and your willpower. That's the grind that makes you unbreakable. Think about someone in the gym at night, lifting weights alone. Nobody sees the sweat, the struggle, the days when they almost quit. But all that unseen effort builds the muscle that everyone will notice later. Life works the same way. The quiet battles, the nights of hard work, the mornings you drag yourself out of bed when no one cares. That's where strength is created. Applause fades, compliments come and go, but the resilience you build in silence stays with you forever. It becomes part of who you are. So if you feel like no one notices your effort, don't stop. Don't wait for recognition. Keep pushing, keep building, keep going. Because when the time is right, the results will speak louder than any applause ever could remember. Your strength doesn't come from the cheers. It comes from the fight you keep winning when no one else is watching. The path alone is often the path of leaders. Leaders are not made in the crowd. They are forged in the moments when they choose to walk a road no one else dares to take. And that road is often a lonely one. Most people stay on the safe path, the one that's already paved, the one everyone understands. But leaders, they step off the trail. They go into the unknown, carving a way where no footsteps exist. That's why leadership is lonely, because few have the courage to go first. Think about the great explorers of history. When they set out, people called them foolish. Why risk it? Why not stay where it's safe? But their courage to walk alone is what opened new worlds for the rest of us. The same is true for every visionary, every creator, every world changer. They walked alone before others followed. It's not easy. People may doubt you. Some may laugh. But the truth is, being alone on your path is proof you're leading, not following. If your journey looks different, that's not a weakness. It's a sign of strength. So if you find yourself on a road where no one else is walking, don't be afraid. Own it. Leaders walk alone before anyone else dares to join. Keep going, because one day the same people who doubted you will walk the path you created. Your courage to walk alone today is the mark of a true leader.